Good evening and welcome to Dice Off, our Twitch channel, where my friends and I gather every Friday at 7 Central to play Age of Adventure, a tabletop role-playing game set in a medieval world of high magic. So, my name is Chad, and it is my job to kill the adventurers in the most entertaining way possible. And it is their job to survive, win loot, and save the day. Or in the case of last week, come close to destroying the world after massacring all of the good guys. So,
potatoes.
Let's introduce our players. Alright, let's begin over here with Scott.
Yes. I am Obadiah. I am a human scholar and alchemist. And,
Tell us just one random thing about your
one
character.
random thing. I really don't like filth.
Who does? Who does? Definitely not Obadiah. Alright, Andrew.
I'm Clestis the Formal Dwarf Paladin, and I founded my own church. It's gonna become big someday.
Alright, and Dylan.
Yes, I am Duant of the Northern Rocks, and I am the Gift Weapon Master. I once owned quite a popular brothel.
Who hasn't?
Yes, yes.
Kevin.
I'm Dayon, the Human Torturer.
The
That's literally his full name.
Does that mean you torture humans or a human? You're a human that tortures. Or all of
I just torture everything.
I'm
I'm a horrible person. I mean, the random thing about me is I have the highest body count, and I've shot at.
You have the highest body count
Of both bad guys and allies.
allies.
And innocents.
And innocent.
And
Probably
innocents.
the most
All
horrible
above.
character on here, morally.
Morals are just subjective anyways.
It's just a human
Spencer.
construct.
Oh, name's Biff. I am the Cardinal, Engineer Warlock of the group. I am a Cardinal in St. Clestis' church, and it is soon to be the biggest church on this face of the earth.
It will clearly be the largest church. Alright, so what happened last week? Let me get the recap here. So, last week, the party traveled to Wayton. You returned to Wayton to discover that your hometown, had been attacked by a band of rogue elves. In response, the humans began organizing a military assault on the Elven lands, with the hope of seizing the entire forest north of Elf River. They were going to do this by relying on, of course, the Knights of Shoreside,
Will surely come to their
who
aid.
will surely come to their aid, including the hero of Shoreside himself, the Duke of Shoreside, who I think is now dead.
I kind of have.
Maybe?
Yes,
That's true.
he is quite.
There's a slight chance.
Now, during the elf raid on Wayton, Leona and her baby were abducted, and Ebenezer's reversed cursed alchemy potions and research was destroyed. Hurdle's laser, however, was left untouched, and so you took it and ventured forth toward Undermountain in order to complete your quest with Gold Blast.
Oh, yes.
On the way, you met your old ally Loon of Evergrove, and he informed the party that there have been strange poisonings and assassinations happening in Evergrove. Any elf asking too many questions winds up dead. Loon warned the party to stay clear of Evergrove, which of course meant that the party traveled directly to Evergrove in the straightest and shortest route possible. In order to save Leona, of course, which was a good purpose, but you had no idea where Leona actually was. She might not have even been there, but you were going to find out by assaulting the Lord of Evergrove's castle single-handedly. Would have worked. Unfortunately, there were too many patrols in the area, and you weren't able to sneak in.
But now we might be able to.
As a result, you decided to abandon your hunt for Leona, at least for now, and instead you continued onward toward Undermountain, crossing over the Great White Twin Bridges. There you met with some southern elves, who apparently are one of the few groups that that does not yet want your heads. So just keep that in mind. The southern elves don't know about you.
Alright, where's my
By the end of
notes?
this adventure, they probably
Here
will.
we go.
I mean,
Southern elves don't want to kill us.
Yet.
Yet.
Make sure that yet is highlighted, underlined.
You know, I might do
circled.
something.
just.
We must fix this. We must fix this by killing a bunch of them.
I'm pretty sure you let me talk to him. I could change that situation real quick.
I'm sure you could change it.
kill
They
their
want to
innocents
kill us
and
very
then-
quick. Alright.
I
An
just wanna
elven
get a double-barrel
school.
cannon now.
Cannonball.
Now, the party had just arrived at the great gate to Undermountain, where Rug and a few other dwarves were impatiently awaiting the opening of the gate after it had been sealed in response to the seasonal arrival of the hellworms. Heavy clunks of hammered metal resounds loudly in your ears as the massive gate to Undermountain slowly opens. Several of the other dwarves are already entering, but Rug stands patiently nearby, watching the heavy gate open. What do you guys want to do at this point?
Run into the Undermountain.
All right, the dwarf begins running forward, as any good dwarf would do. The rest of you, I believe we've got.
I would like to casually saunter towards the.
Oh yes,
to the
Rug, if you could kindly lead us to Gold Blast. I believe I have some unfinished business with him, and I would like to complete it post haste. He's been waited quite a long time.
Let's see if Rug knows Gold Blast.
Ah.
He may not. There's quite a few dwarves down here. Ooh. He says, "What? Who you want?"
Do you know of the adamantium door that is infuriating your kin?
He kind of scratches his head. Ah, yeah, we've been having a problem lately. There ain't no more adamantium mineable in the upper mines. So some of the dwarves have been thinking we could somehow get the adamantium door that is sealing the lower mines open. We could maybe find adamantium down there.
How come I feel this is going to be a Tolkien
Yeah, mine
reference?
some more,
Raise the Balrog! Very well, let's do this! Bring me to the adamantium door, and I shall blast it into smaller chunks easily forgeable.
Well, yeah, we could do that. Oh, but first, ale!
Yes! Being schnickered is always helpful when attempting to use high-powered death rays.
I second that.
It's been quite a while since I've had a good.
I haven't had a good drink in quite a while.
I'm not much of a drinker. I prefer to kill sober.
I mean, you get drunk on blood, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
He's got blood.
Like some sort of demon.
I'm
I
sure there'll
need
be plenty of
a
it
door.
behind this
Nothing
door.
like mixing a good ale with some blood.
That's a little fucked up.
You don't carry a vial around of your blood of your enemies?
I am gonna stay behind Daeon at all times during this campaign. from now on.
Technically, if you tech into demonmancy, yes, you need to.
Triple class.
I took level 4 engineer. And
Okay.
stayed level 1 in the other two.
Okay.
Where's your demon?
And I take my sprockets back from Daeon since he can't use them anymore.
Okay. Now,
Where's
what
your squire?
what we have here
He's
is
with me.
we have all the party members. We have the canoe.
Oh, yeah, where is my squad?
We have the crate full of umbrellas. We have the umbrella lord himself, Winslow.
We figured out the word.
My
Yeah,
squire?
The umbrella that he gave you.
Your squire, that's who this guy was. I knew he was something. We probably should roll for his background and name, but we won't. Just invent one.
I just call him Pack for
Pack.
Pack Mule.
Rug looks over at him. Good to meet you, Pat.
Pat.
My name's Jerry.
No, your name's Pack. Who's been over this?
You guys remember Jerry Ender?
I do remember Jerry.
Whatever happened to poor Jerry?
Oh man.
Oh, we
I was
ditched him.
fond of that
I'm
elf.
pretty sure he fell in love with a beautiful man and he spent the rest of their life together.
It's probably
Wait,
sitting somewhere on
Was
the beach.
that in
Fell in love with Gary.
Yeah, he fell in love with Gary, the gnome wrestler, who is
Who was
actually an elf.
I thought that we lost Jerry.
You did lose
Yeah,
him
yeah,
during
but-
the whole
Stampede.
stampede.
We try not to
of
think about that type
Oh,
of
we did
man.
fall in love with an orc. Okay, I'm a little far
the
behind.
mammoth,
So it's possible
mammoth stampede.
he could be dead and he could be
Yeah,
alive.
He could be dead. He could be alive. He could be with an orc. We really don't know.
Could be eaten by
Poor
an orc.
Jerry.
Or he
Or
could be,
the mammoth.
or he could be keeping the founding place of the Trollter cluster safe.
He could be.
Yes,
doing that
he
as
could
well.
be there at the rock, obviously. At the holy rock.
The elves think you kidnapped him and then killed him, which of course is why the northern elves want your head.
I mean, we don't blame them for thinking
There's
that.
plenty of other reasons.
It's also-
There's plenty of other reasons also. Like the ruby ring that you're about to destroy, that is the heirloom of the northern elves. Like that one too. Could be.
Minor.
And then, you know, we ruin the hospital, kidnap people. Usual.
I'm just gonna say, I actually have never done anything against the elves at all.
I don't think I have either.
The only thing I did was bait Jerry into leading us to where he inevitably.
And that was on his own free will.
Yeah.
He technically didn't have to.
But they don't know that.
Clestis also attacked the hospital.
Yeah.
Slightly.
All right.
He
All
likes
right.
to heal people.
So
So
we've
the job
got
of the church. not the
Everyone
hospital.
here. The dwarf has gone on ahead, sprinted past all of the other dwarves, in fact, and you are now in the lead.
This is gonna go great.
All right. The gate stands an impressive 50 feet high, dwarfing everyone that passes
Dwarfing.
through.
How did you do?
Yes, that was probably intentional. Once past the gate, the entryway is only unadorned solid rock. The floor slopes downward at a barely noticeable angle. You are not met by anyone, nor do you see any dwarven guards or sentries.
Yeah, mine's more.
The tunnel darkens as you travel deeper into the mountain. Occasional shafts have been drilled into the passageway's ceiling, bringing light in and air in from the surface, allowing you to see, although dimly. The air is stuffy and you feel a warm breeze billowing up from the dwarven furnaces deep below. Eventually, the hallway splits into two smaller halls, one veering to the left and the other to the right. Nearby, an armored dwarf gripping a spear snores loudly as he sits near the stone wall on a wooden three-legged stool. What do you do?
I kick him.
You kick him. He kind of he starts jabbing things that are nearby. What's the likelihood that he jabs you? Not likely. Not likely. In fact, he drops his spear in his hurry to stab something. He quickly stands up and looks around. Ah, dwarf! Well, they must have opened the gate finally. I now have a job to do.
Why, yeah, the gate's now open. There's more coming. Let's raise it to a dwarf named Goldblast.
Oh, well, let's see if he knows where Gold Blast is. Gold Blast, yeah, he's got a shop set up in the main hall. It's not too far. Take this path. He scratches his head a little bit. Looks to the side, then looks back. No, this path. He points to the other one. The first one leads to instant death.
Um,
Why is there an instant death path?
I like those paths.
Now let's see. I go down the second path and I tell him to point the humans coming down the trail in the same direction.
All right. So he labeled. So there's one path he told you to go. Then he changed his mind and labeled that first path instant death. And you're going down the second one,
Yes.
which was not labeled instant death.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm a lot while going down.
All right. So you're not running anymore?
No.
Just wanted to check.
I'm-
So you go
It's more of a
down
skip now.
the non-instant death path. Eventually, the rest of you show up, and you see the dwarf standing with a spear up and very proper at attention, as if he is very alert. You're quite impressed by this dwarven guard's, I guess, awareness. What do? You see two paths also.
Good dwarf. Did another dwarf recently come through here and ask where to find Gold Blast?
Aye, he went down that path, the non-instant death path.
Is that the way to Gold Blast's house?
Oh, yeah, you'll find him on the far end of the marketplace, setting up his shop with his explosives and remote control devices.
Oh, so you said the non-instant. Is this? So am I to assume there's an instant death path?
Yes, this one is. Wait, hold on. Scratches his head. What day is it again?
Oh, I don't know.
It's Tuesday.
All right, you give him the proper date, and he nods. Yep. That path is correct. This is the instant death path. You are not a dwarf, clearly, so you don't understand what we do. But we have two paths.
Okay.
One leads to the Dwarven Undermountain, and the other leads to instant death. It's pretty clear. That way, if we were ever attacked, they would have to split their forces. Make sense?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put that in my new city.
We only have to fight half of an army at
You're
any
starting a
time.
city?
Yeah. Around the Church of St. Clustus.
What's it going to be called?
The Church of St. Clustus City.
I should have known.
It's a
Yeah.
good name.
Yeah. I like to keep things nice and simple so I can read them.
You can read it.
Yeah.
No, but I know what St. Clustus looks like, and then it's fine. If there's words in front of it, I just assume it says city.
Okay.
That's how I say that's.
So,
True.
so
Well,
do you point them to go down the same path that I'm going down, or am I going down the instant?
No, he pointed them to go down the same path.
Okay.
You went down. Yeah, the only hard thing, he continues, is in order to keep our enemies from knowing which path is which, we switch the paths every week. So it's important to know which day of the week it is.
Well,
Or else you'll get instant death.
let's go down the path up to this
How do you
mountain.
switch a path?
There's gears.
Yeah, they just rotate it.
Yeah, the walls shift. The instant death thins. Now, if you're not a dwarf, you won't understand the mechanics of it.
Clearly.
So just keep that in mind. That's why I'm a guard here. I guide people to the correct path. And if I don't like the looks of someone, I just,
Send them the right way.
Send them to the death.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Naturally. Well,
So, anyways, have a good day. Instant death and normal path.
those are two
I'm gonna be holding my mage component
Hold on.
while I'm walking down this path.
completely opposite.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk on the path. I'm gonna use my jump jets.
Just slowly hover down the path behind everyone else.
Well,
Oh wait. Oh, how does the instant death work? They just fall into a pit, or?
Dwarven secrets. Can't release that information.
Okay.
If you want to try your
I'm just saying, if I
hand,
want to set up my own city with this stuff, I need to know how it works.
you'd
You
have to
know?
hire dwarves because only the dwarves have the skill to create instantaneous death on
Yeah.
a path.
That
Oh,
makes
the
sense.
path.
Instantaneous.
Specifically.
well, I believe we have the power to create instantaneous death too. We have a laser.
And we also have a gun
Technically, we
signal.
haven't tested the laser.
And
We're
it's not
sure
very
if it would
instant.
cause instant.
Could cause instant death for the users.
Anyway,
We're gonna find out.
let's walk.
Yeah. Once we get to
Let's
the door.
jump down there.
True. All right. So, eventually you meet up with your companion, who is standing at the base of the underground marketplace. First, however,
Give us
let's
the right
do
path.
a few resolve checks. Anyone who is walking down the path can make a resolve check.
Oh,
I'm good at these. 1.
Oh, apparently I'm noticing nothing either.
Yeah, 2. What did you get? 7?
Holy crap! What a
Well
good
done.
resolve.
Yeah, it now got buffed a little bit. Nice.
The most of you are so worried about stepping on a tripwire or an accidental trap of some sort that you really don't. You're not looking up, nor are you looking to the sides. You're just mostly looking towards the ground. The dwarf, however, recognizes a lot of the dwarven construction down here, dwarven underground craftsmanship. And so you see multiple things during your travels. As you're walking down this pathway, you see these small little holes in the wall at various heights that have been hidden by a fake rock. Very hard to detect, but you know these are what are known as murder holes. So what would happen is the dwarves would stand in these secret chambers behind the rock, open the hole, shoot crossbows out, close the hole. You also saw several secret doors where the dwarves could rush out from the back and finish off whoever lives. So as you can tell, the dwarves aren't completely inviting, but at least they didn't kill you or send you down the instant death path. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It helps that you're a dwarf. Yeah. Am I able to ask one of them what the instant death is?
You could maybe, but there are no dwarves around here at this point.
Well, in the marketplace, but okay.
Well, I should say you walk down through this path for about a mile. It takes almost 15 minutes or so to walk.
Ah, I see.
And this dark hall then opens up into a massive underground chamber with a vaulted ceiling, dozens of feet high. Supporting pillars adorn the chamber for hundreds of yards, with each and the pillars are about 20 feet in diameter. Relatively huge, thick pillars supporting the entire weight of the mountain. Surrounding each one of these pillars is a series of dwarven shops that have been carved right out of the rock itself. And so this place is the dwarven marketplace. Deeper below here, you know, is where the dwarves live. They have their garrisons. They have their underground palace. But this highest level is where all of the outsiders can come and trade with the dwarves. And the entire place is filled with dwarves shouting, grumbling, mumbling, trying to hawk their wares and services to you.
Sounds exciting.
The giant cavern is lit from above with those shafts that have been drilled down through probably a quarter mile of solid stone, letting in the daylight. And it's also lit from below in the red heat of the fiery furnaces, where many of the dwarven smiths you can hear are banging away on their anvils. What would you like to do?
I want to find Dragonstone.
Dragonstone. All right. You begin wandering by yourself in search of Dragonstone.
Sure, why not?
All right, Dragonstone it is. What would the rest of you like to do?
Can I go?
Oh wait! Before I wander off too far, hey Piff, do you happen to have any more of the magical communication devices?
No.
Oh, that's a pity. Well, I guess I'll meet you at Gold Blast. Scrub the hell he's at.
I made them into other things.
No
more.
I have a mission. I'm looking for Dragonstone. If you happen to come across any, let me know or buy it for me, please.
What?
Super bomb.
But we already got laser.
Yeah, but I mean reinsurance policies, you know.
Sure.
Things like that.
In case
I mean, you never know when you need to blow up a mountain.
Yeah, but if that
I might as well put the dwarves extremely good.
I'm just saying, if they had a Gold Blast, would have just bought it when he was here before.
Well, he doesn't know the recipe to make the bomb.
I mean, I thought it was just a Dragonstone. You just blow it up. Just set it on fire.
Well, there's a catalyst.
Oh. Okay. I'll go look for Gold Blast.
The other three, what do you guys
I
like
would
to do?
also like to look for gold blast.
I'd like to go find a firebomb.
Fireball.
I'll look for
Gold blast could probably sell you one of those.
All right.
Oh, well, he probably could.
All right, let's roll
Oh,
for the
wait.
firebomb.
You said Gold Blast sells explosives?
He sells bots.
He sells the remote control devices that detonate things.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's just go look for firebomb.
So he does deal in explosives, but he doesn't necessarily make the explosives.
Well, I'll still go look for firebomb anyway.
All right. The likelihood of finding a firebomb is, let's see,
1.
Wouldn't it be funny if I actually found Dragonstone and Gold Blast was selling it?
What's the fireball?
best.
How much does it cost normally?
8.
To buy?
8 gold.
8 gold. And it's under chemical agent.
Yep.
Oh.
These might be outdated now.
There's combustion material, but no fireball.
Combustion material?
Yep.
I'll take it.
Let's see.
I only need
There are 2 available.
Might as well take both.
All right.
4 gold each.
This cost 8.
Whew, the dragon stone.
Oh yeah.
Well, you found a shop that deals in dragon stone.
Ooh. How expensive is it?
All right. There's a dwarf kind of just sitting there, looking out angrily, not saying anything. But the word Dragonstone is written underneath the title of his shop. The shop just says Angry Dwarf Warehouse. He's just standing there not talking.
Nice.
But it does list Dragonstone. What do you
Alright,
say?
alright. Before I approach him, is there any shops nearby that sell the best dwarven ale?
Ooh. Yes, there are 13 shops selling
shit.
the best dwarven ale.
Can I use a cunning check to figure out which one actually has
I'll have
the
a
best
sample of each
dwarven
one.
ale? I might be drunk by the time I start buying Dragonstone, but we'll figure this out.
Yeah, just do a pub crawl. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go with your cunning roll.
7!
7! All right. You've narrowed it to 6.
Okay. I'm gonna roll luck here, and I'm gonna pick one, and I'm gonna buy the best ale they got. How much is it?
More than you can afford.
Let's see this best dwarven ale.
Do they have casks? Do they sell it in mini kegs?
They do. Let's see, what would normal ale
I
be?
could probably use a furblog to carry this, since I'm small and pathetic.
Well, I'm not there. You left.
I mean, you do have a magical void chest.
I do have a wood chest. I could just summon it whenever I want.
Excuse me, good sir. Could you please put this cask in?
Technically, I
Cask
just
of
walk up and
Amontillado?
like, gone.
A keg of ale. Now, a keg is going to take up 2 backpack slots, just so you're aware of how big it
It
is.
just so happens that I have 2 backpack slots since the recent game rule updates.
It will cost you 2 gold for
Oh,
a
that's-
keg of the best.
Yeah, they don't have anything more expensive.
Well,
Like
I mean, that's
a
dwarven.
limited edition
that's
stock.
dwarven ale if you want the good stuff.
Like,
Let's see.
I mean, if you're a tourist on vacation, obviously you have money to spend.
All right, they have an 8 gold brew of dwarven ale meant only for you have to be one of the stone mason guild members. They don't
How
just
does
give
one
it-
become a stonemason guild?
Well, first you'll have to be a dwarf. Second, you'll have to build something mighty.
What if I'm an honorary dwarf and I have built something mighty?
All right, the dwarf kind of leans forward.
Does he
You
want to see
say
it?
you're an honorary dwarf.
Oh,
How
yes.
do you prove this?
Well,
Where is your beard? I don't see a beard.
I have a small beard, but I'm a friend of.
You call that beard?
Well, I mean,
I
if I
call
had,
that
if I had,
clean-shaven.
if I had proper dwarven ale, I could grow some better beard.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Yes, and anyway, I'm employed by a man named Goldblast to dismantle an adamantium door so that your people can craft their wares, since your mines seem to have been running dry recently.
That is true. That is true. You know, if you take down that door so that we can continue our mining activities, I'll sell you some of this ale. Your best estimate is if you could get this ale, you could probably sell it for 100 gold. Somewhere else. In a
Or
non-dwarven.
trade it for
world.
cheaper dragonstone?
Or trade it for cheaper dragonstone. That could be true. But this is like a special brew of ale, only available to dwarves. So,
Probably higher class dwarves or just any dwarf?
well, what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
still
say is that
is.
dwarves wouldn't get as much value out of this as anyone else besides a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I'll buy the 2 gold nice ale then.
All right.
And then I will be back after I destroy this door for that special brew.
The special
Because,
brew.
damn it, I like exotic things. All right, let's go bribe this, this Dragonstone
All right.
salesman.
He's just kind of sitting there, angry, staring at anything that moves.
I will walk up to him. Oh, good sir, you know what would make your mood better? And then I will burn a magic component to summon this cask from the ether. Is a stiff drink. And I pour him a mug and hand it to him.
All right.
I'll burn
When-
a magic component.
When the ale appears out of nowhere in this poof of purple smoke, because it matches your hair color, you just see this one dwarf eyebrow slowly raise. I'll drink to that.
Here! I'll pour myself one too. Hopefully I don't fail my constitution check.
All right, yeah, let's roll some constitution rolls here. Dwarf.
What? Watch me roll one. It's a 4. It's
All
not
right,
bad.
all right.
It's okay.
Have another one?
If
He's
he
not-
wants
He's
to.
not talkative yet.
All right. Shit, I'm gonna be drunk before I do this. Oh God!
The room
Well, I
starts
might be getting
spinning
a
a
little-
little, but you know,
Might be
you've
getting
got
a
your
little
balance.
tipsy. Yeah.
All right. After the second drink, the anger seems to have erased itself from his face. His cheeks have become a ruddy red, and this smile, even though you can't see his lips because of the beard and mustache is so thick, the mustache kind of curls up. At the end.
Nice. I like this dwarf.
And he says, "Friend, what can I do for you?"
Oh, I happen to be looking for some dragonstone.
Dragonstone, what do you be needing that for?
Well, you see, I happen to be a bit of a concoctor, a bit of an alchemist, one may say. And I happen to have a recipe for dragonstone that turns it into quite the excitement.
Well, he goes, "Well, I have some dragonstone available for sale, but I have to warn you. I wouldn't warn anyone else, but you seem kind enough. It's faulty dragonstone. It has to be charged by the breath of a dragon. If
Is
you
there
can get
any-
a dragon to breathe on it, it will be charged."
Do you suppose the dwarven smelters would be hot enough to charge this dragonstone?
I've already tried that 100 times.
Oh, crap.
If you need dragon fire for dragonstone,
Do you know of a dragon in the area?
what are the chances that he knows of a dragon? He goes, "Well, I've heard there's been some dragons north of here. If you head to Furlong country, maybe you might find some." Heard there was one up the Copper Snake River.
Copper Snake River, you say?
Yeah. There's an island on the river, about 3 days' journey north. Supposedly there's one that lives there, but I warn you, it's a vicious one. At least-
Oh, that's not a problem.
So they say.
I have some companions that are fairly good at dealing with dragons. How much is your dragonstone?
Well, being as how it's fairly useless to me, I can let it go for 10 gold.
Oh shit! Sure. Like 10 gold per bushel or wagon load?
For all of it, all of it. Yeah, it's enough
All?
to make another gigantic explosion.
I'm gonna buy it.
As long as you can get a dragon to breathe fire onto it.
I'm gonna buy it.
How much Dragonstone are we talking?
Let's see here. What was the last one? It took up what four pack slots for
Yes,
the bomb.
it did.
But that's That's not including your magical component. So we'll say it takes up 2 pack slots for all the stones.
So we're talking like Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Talking like if we somehow used the last bomb inside this cave, we probably all would have died last time.
Yeah.
You did use it when you collapsed that
Tunnel.
tunnel.
I don't
it
think
was like,
Gold Blast realized the powerful that would have been.
Yeah, probably would have all died. In that.
Suffice to say, I would argue the explosion would have been, if the bomb goes off here, anything on the battlefield would probably take dice 100 damage.
So we would have
You
probably
could
died.
survive it if you're within the blast radius, with
After
close to it,
I,
you'd probably double the damage.
Get his wagon load of Dragonstone. I will put it into the ether.
Some of the
Goodbye.
area of effect would be as big as this room, pretty much.
So there's only probably
Opponent?
two backpack slots.
No,
worth of
figure
Dragonstone.
that because
That's
each
enough to
of the
make one
squares is
bomb.
5 feet. That's
That's okay.
100
I'll throw it into the ether. I have
Well, I mean, like, from game
lot of
board
backpack
size.
slots used for random
Yeah.
crap.
I mean, if we just keep on expanding out the game board.
And I'll pour him one more thing of ale from the cask.
Essentially would have
because-
destroyed the entire dwarf.
Thank you for your business, good dwarf.
so far
He says,
underground.
no problem. If you ever need anything, I'm the one that can find anything.
I will make sure I come back here if I'm looking for something
That's
obscure.
called Angry Dwarf Warehouse.
Yes.
There's an angry dwarf here. That's me. And there's a warehouse. It's not just a clever name.
I like the dwarves.
I
They make
see.
a lot of sense.
I see. It's very clever. Very clever. Yes. Yes.
All right, so you eventually find your way to Gold Blast's shop. It's tucked way into the back of the marketplace, where it'd be actually quite difficult to find. However, one of the reasons why it's a little bit easier to find is there's a bunch of whirring and buzzing little machines zipping about, and one dwarf sitting on his counter, kicking his feet with a controller, going as the machines kind of zoom around. And he rams them into people. He has them occasionally performing pranks on people. And for that reason, everyone seems to be avoiding him. But you find him. What would you like to do?
When we get in range where I see his zippy bots going, I'm gonna pull out my remote control and send my zippy bot in to see him
So where are you going to send this zippy bot?
into his workshop and meet him on the counter, right in front of his face.
And you're going to send it... Are you going to meet him on
Yeah.
the counter, you said? Oh, I was trying to say meet him or beat him on the
No.
counter. Meet him with an M, okay. All right, your zippy bot comes zooming in. Gold Blast kind of looks down at it. Ah, I don't remember building you. Where's your controller? There's about 20 controllers laid out. He grabs one, starts pushing at it, pointing it, shaking it. Keeps trying to find out which one it is. He doesn't seem to recognize
I'm gonna
it.
do circles around his head.
Alright, he's gonna try and grab the thing and swat it out of the air.
Uh-oh.
Say, come back here! Oh, he snatches it out of the air. And he like, bloop, turns it off. Whew. Start dismantling this thing.
Oh. When he turns it off, I will walk under it. Hey, what are you doing with my zippy bot?
Alright, I'm gonna get him here. Alright, here he is. Starting to dismantle your bot, and you come running in. Gold Blast looks up at you. No, don't I know you from somewhere? As he's like turning your little zippy bot into parts.
One, I grab my zippy bot and I put him in my bag.
Alright, athletics roll to see if you can grab it.
1.
Well, he's a dwarf. He's like, what are you doing with my zippy bot?
There's 1, and I'll pull out my controller and then I attempt to make it move, but it shut off.
Sound off. Yeah, he's like, looks at your controller, looks at this. Well, I'm pretty sure this one's mine.
Turn it back on.
It was Fritz.
That
That was his name. That's it.
What's Fritz?
My gnomish inventor.
Oh.
I have
Oh, you
all,
found him?
I have every single one of your old files on file.
All right, is he gonna turn this guy on, or is he gonna keep disassembling him?
Turn this guy on.
He's like, we'll see about this. He starts reassembling him, putting the screws back in. He's like, click. It whirs into action.
I'll push it up so it moves.
All right, yeah, it moves. And he's like, whoa, by golly, who would have thunk it?
I mean, you're the one who taught me, don't you remember?
Oh,
I mean, it was between all the times we were really drunk, but, you know.
I remember now.
Oh, then
Weren't you the one that made that canoe?
Yeah, I got it right outside your shop, actually.
All right, is it like, are you gonna pull it in range so you can see it, or?
Sure.
All right, you eventually pull it up. He takes one look at it, and his eyes, which were kind of squinty and angry before, light up. He's like, it's perfect.
I know, and this is where the business starts, not here in your shop.
He rushes over, and he starts circling it, walking it, looking it up and down, admiring the craftsmanship. He's like, this wheel was well done. That was the one that was done by Hurdle, was it?
Yeah, not done by me, obviously.
But he spends a good 5 minutes admiring it.
What?
He's like, the Caledon wings.
They add a lot of flavor.
But yes, he looks at it and he said, oh, he hit a giant skull on the front. All right, he looks at it and he basically says, this is going to make you into the greatest businessman that has ever existed.
I would wager that I'm already him, but yeah, I know.
It's only missing 2 things.
Tell me, which are they?
First, we need an amazing salesman to sell this to all
Already
the
got
dwarves.
that.
What?
I'll get, what's his name? The alchemist?
Winslow.
To step around the corner.
All right, Winslow.
Meet Winslow. This guy can sell umbrellas to anybody.
He's like, oh, hello, dwarf. Do you need an umbrella? He then proceeds to sell umbrellas to the dwarf, who ends up buying 1 or 2 of them.
Told you.
Eventually,
It sets in. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what were we talking about?
you just sold an umbrella to a person who lives under a mountain.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
It'd be even weirder if you sold it to someone who lives underwater.
True. So, the second thing you need is adamantium. With that, we can craft dozens and dozens of remote controls to create a remote controlled driving canoe, land canoe.
See, that's why I came to you, Goldblast, to finish the build. Because I knew you got good ideas.
Yes.
And we're still on for that deal where you will fund the enterprise.
Yeah, we will get them all crafted. I have a dwarven crew that will mass produce these on an assembly line with the remote control. Consider it done. Except,
I got one more surprise for you. I'll go grab the laser because it was in the canoe. We probably said
What?
it.
The laser was in the ether.
laser.
Oh, you put it in the ether?
Yeah.
You were gonna put it on the canoe.
It was
that
big
would've
as
been
hell.
Pretty
Okay.
epic. But no, it's in the ether at the moment.
We have a way to break that door.
Ah! Speaking of that, we were wondering when you were going to come because we needed that bomb to blast open that door. Because, you don't probably understand this too much, but without adamantium we cannot craft these remote controls. And at the moment, we cannot mine adamantium. And because of that, the price of adamantium has gone up so high that it would be currently impossible to sell your land canoe.
That would be unfortunate.
But if we have this bomb, we can do it. We'll blast open the door, start mining the adamantium from the lower levels and mass produce the canoe.
Alright, just so you know, the bomb took many different iterations over the last couple weeks. It went from being a bomb to being a laser cannon. But it will cut right through that door, guaranteed.
Well, if it's guaranteed, then it's good enough for a dwarf.
Alright,
A dwarf never backs down on a guarantee.
so, where is the door?
It's in the lower levels. I'll lead you there.
We
Am I
got,
there
wait,
yet?
we've got people bringing in the cannon, the laser cannon,
But first, we need to sign the contract.
Okay.
How's about the profits? 99% goes to me, 1% to you.
I don't think that's a good deal for me. For profit wise, I could give you 25%. That's a good deal now.
Let's see.
I gotta pay my salesman 25% and I'll get 50.
Salesman 25, you get 50. All right, cunning roll.
Ends up walking away with 0.1%.
Two.
He's very cunning.
He goes, how's about 97% for me, 1% for you, 1% for your salesman. That's 100%.
Turn to
99.
my salesman. Be like, what do you think? Is that a good deal?
Maybe I'll get the 1%. Winslow's like, I have the 1%. Don't take it. Offer something better.
Like what?
Maybe split 3 ways.
33%? Or is that like 40%? Or I'm not good at the. Just
30%.
30%.
Just say split 3 ways.
Alright, let's split it 3 ways. Is that a good deal? I turn to the rest of the party.
I'm assuming I'm still getting drunk with the other dwarfs. So.
I would imagine I'm still on the map.
All right, the salesman, Winslow, takes your side and starts arguing in favor of this plan.
Yeah.
So I'll allow you a dice 20 based on his salesmanship.
What if a Balrog's
3.
would charge the stone?
You're gonna walk away with nothing. You're gonna walk away with signing the rights over.
Dip is the Nikola Tesla.
I should have been a warlock. I could have gotten +1 gunning.
You're like Tesla, like Nikola Tesla.
Just hands over all of his ideas to Axe.
Well. The dwarf responds with, well, I understand what you mean by 3 ways, but we're not including my workers. So, we should probably split it 4 ways. 25% for you, 25% for your partner, 25% for me, and 25% for the laborers.
But he's the owner of the laborers, so technically he gets all 50%. It's con.
I'll think I'll get 40%. You get 35%. And my salesman gets 30%.
40, 35, 30. Well, that does add up to 100.
Oh no. I did the maths.
All right. Let's see. He begins writing out the contract, and he's waiting for you to sign.
I'm gonna ask anyone who can read the contract to me.
He writes it out in dwarf.
I read it to him.
All right, you can roll your cunning.
Oh, have we been there the entire time?
Yeah.
We've all been.
Yeah, everyone's here. Eventually,
I got a
Obadiah
4.
shows up.
Do I show up?
You notice that he accidentally wrote the contract not quite how he said it and explained it. He wrote it out as Piff gaining 40% and everything else going to the dwarves.
I don't think this is quite right.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Everything.
He asked for 40%. It's 40%.
Is that what it says?
Okay, what did they agree on again?
They gave him 40%, but that was to be split between him and Winslow.
Okay, so 40%, so like 20% him, 20% Winslow,
Yep.
and 60% Piff.
No, 60%.
60% gold
It was
blast.
40, 30, 35.
And what was on the contract?
That was what was on the contract, and what he wanted
It
was
was 105%.
Wait, what?
Sounds like
My
you guys
math
need a
wasn't the
master
greatest.
tactician.
Oh, well,
you are a businessman, so
how about
As the
I'll
former
take
owner of the
60%,
brothel,
but I'll split it with my partner, the salesman, and you take 40% and you split it with your workers.
all right.
That's a pretty good deal.
All right, let's roll this. Let's see, we'll do one more shot here. Ooh. Let's just both roll a dice 20.
20.
Whoa!
Bomb.
The thing is, how is this dwarf getting a massive cunning boost all of a sudden?
20!
Oh.
Okay, just split the company in half.
6.
6? All right, so the deal is gonna be.
Zuckerberg him.
Zuckerberg over here.
All right. So we'll go with. If you win, it'll be split 3 ways. If he wins, it'll be split 4 ways. All right.
Okay.
So he's got to beat a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get 33% of the profits,
And I read over the contract to make sure it's
and
correct.
it is correct this time.
I
The last time
cry.
was a typo.
Oh yeah, really? Mm-hmm.
I
You know how
cry a
dwarves
bit
are.
as I sign the contract, effectively giving him my canoe as a model. It's been with me for the longest time.
So is Piff's signature just an X?
Please sign the X.
It's just a thumbprint.
That's how we sign documents back in the Furblong ones. I'll take both thumbs and I'll push them on the paper.
All right. Gold Blast is prepared to bring you down. Is there anything else you want to do before then?
Make it a gold blast.
You're all right. You show up there just as Piff's trying to
You
figure
could
it
knuckle
out.
sprockets if you really want to.
What?
You could knuckle
Sprockets?
sprockets.
I mean, I got
And chem
sprockets now.
components and all that other
But-
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, do they have any chem components for sale?
Chem components for sale. 5 at standard prices.
I don't have
I
enough
will
gold
buy
to
all of
buy
them.
sprockets, so don't matter.
Oh, you don't? Because there's 18 available.
Holy crap.
I'll have 1 gold.
How much are sprockets?
I think 10. 10, I think, pretty sure. Unless they're cheaper here.
No, the same price. No, there's just more available. All right, what would you like to do? What would you
Figure
like
out how much actually chem components cost.
to
I think, are they 1 silver each?
I think so.
Ooh. Do I need a light? Is there ammo? Yes, I need a light, but
You want ammo?
yeah.
Which ammo do you want? Just standard ammo?
Is there new different kinds of ammo now?
Uh,
Or besides the ones that I can make? Are you
No,
talking?
yeah, you can purchase
Like fire-
chemicals. Yeah, like those things.
Yeah, the ones I already made to fire. Yeah, just regular average ammo.
There's as much ammo as you want. There's plenty of ammunition crafters here.
Sweet. I'm trying to remember how much it costs.
All right. Anything else?
You said 5 chem?
All right. Winslow is going to volunteer to stay behind to protect your part in the business as well as his own. make sure that these canoes get manufactured
Yeah.
properly.
Probably a good idea.
Do they happen to have any explosives? Fire bombs, acid bombs, pain potions, literally anything under the chemical?
Anything under the chemical?
Yeah.
Let's see. They will have quite a bit.
Blistering agent, combustible material, pain poison.
So anything with 4 chemical component requirement is going to be available.
Okay.
Just roll a dice 6 to find out how many are available. Let's see. Anything with that is higher at 10 chemicals is going to be here. We're going to say 50-50 chance. Just roll it, and there will be dice 4 of them. Anything requiring a shard, I'll have to do a roll.
Alright. I am gonna go see if they have. Looking at new rules here. Pain poison. Dice 6, you said? This is 4 chem?
Yep.
So they have 2. I will buy both pain poisons. And then I'm gonna apply them to arrows. So I get 5 and 5, so I have
11 pain arrows.
and then that was standard price for 2 of those.
Yep.
That was 8 bullets.
Meanwhile, does anyone else want anything before you begin?
No.
Before you head down below?
I can't
I would imagine we should
holy
be
stuff,
all good.
so.
What do you want?
Do they have potions
Well, I
available
can afford
outside
it,
of
but
chem
it would
agents?
just drain me.
Or just chemical agents?
Yes, but the likelihood would be less.
Actually, I'm gonna go to the temple and buy 1 anointing oil.
Okay.
For that, just in case.
Are mastercrafted weapons still a thing?
Yes. I can't remember what the rules are for mastercrafted weapons. In fact, I don't know if I have mastercrafted weapons.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the rules.
I don't think I have one in there yet. So
Okay.
we'll say not yet.
I'm purchasing 6 blistering agent.
Is there anywhere I could find a magic item and buy one if I have a lot of coin?
It's gonna be probably at least 100 coins.
I have at least 100 coins.
What?
I have 105 gold.
Damn.
Feels bad when you spend your money healing teammates instead of saving up.
There's nothing here, but you do find a rather rascally dwarf that says he could get something for you if you tell him what you're looking for.
You got like an anointed trinketure around?
Noted.
Tincture?
Tincture.
How do you spell that word? Tincture? It's a relic.
You can't use relics.
Ah, but I can turn it into holy damage bullets. It's under chemical items.
I think you still have to be a holy character
Do you really?
to use anything that's made with relic stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Because it says chemical agents and it says all of these can be used or as outside of combat can be applied to ammo.
Yep.
or anything.
The one requirement for any holy item though is it has to be done by a holy character class.
So if he turned it into ammo,
Then he could shoot it, but you can't shoot
I still can't shoot holy ammo? That's weird.
it. Yeah, that's just the rule because we all know you would shoot innocent children with the holy bullets.
With the holy bullets.
As I turn my character into a priest.
As you turn your character
It'd be a
into
gunslinging priest.
the gunslinging priest, which
Marshal.
would actually be pretty cool conceptually. But you'd still shoot women and children.
With a squire boy. A gunslinging martial priest with a squire boy.
There was a reason why you were excommunicated.
Once
I have
again,
no words.
morals are relative.
Alright, here's my roll for choking agent.
Alright.
We're gonna go with lower is better, so if I
Alright.
get a 1 through 50, it's available.
Okay.
I roll this. No, it's not available.
Can I ask Gold Blast why there was a massive adamantium door just blocking off half the mine?
Yeah. He kind of turns to you. Well, we don't really know why the door's here.
But it was put there for a reason.
Oh, probably.
You tell me there's no lore
Or
on
it just
this?
naturally occurring door. Just thought
appeared
about
one
that.
day.
Chance.
Given enough time,
A door forms.
the door formed
It
Yeah,
all
it's
starts
natural processes.
Natural
Yeah.
means.
like there's a
Haven't
mommy
you ever
and
seen
daddy
a natural door before?
Yeah.
Chance for 10 chem potion. What is that?
50-50.
50-50? Alright. 25. Okay, so we got lesser healings. We got a dice
I'm
more
good.
of them.
All right. You begin the journey deeper and deeper into the dwarven mines. It begins to get darker and darker, and the dwarves eventually pull out some magical gemstones that they then say the command word, and they light up, and they mount them on sticks and begin walking, kind of in a very ordered, straight-backed way. As you go, you descend flights upon flights of stairs. You even come to elevator shafts where all of you get on board the elevator, and then they begin pulling you down, straight down, deeper into the mines. You eventually, Goldblast explains how the palace and the garrison are on the other side of the mines, and the mines are farther to the east here. And the mines have been recently abandoned, he said. They don't know why, but over the last year, no one has been able to find any adamantium. All we have been finding is this cheap metal substitute that looks like adamantium but has none of the properties. It's quite unusual indeed. Not even an ounce has been brought from the mines, and even when they thought they had found adamantium, once they brought it up above and had it inspected, sure enough, it was the cheap metal. Useless. Good for nothing metal. It just rusts within days to nothing, once exposed to the air. Quite unusual. It's as if the mines have dried up entirely. Which is why we've been trying to get through this door. Certainly there'll be good adamantium deeper in the mines. The dwarves built the mines for a reason, and they obviously built the door for a reason. To be opened. What other reason would there be a door?
I'm
To keep
with
a
you.
giant monster on
You
the
don't
out.
keep doors closed, otherwise you'd just be a wall.
So,
Yeah,
Come on, like-
exactly.
Life's
No
like
one
an
has
open
done
door.
any research on why this door exists.
It's been here for as long as we know.
We should have brought Timotia with us.
There's no
Just
like
saying.
no lore on it. No.
This is actually the
I
door.
don't know what you guys are so worried about. It's a door. It's meant to be open.
Yeah, just haven't
Wait.
you ever heard of knock? And the
Wait.
door will be open to you.
Alright, are we in
You
front of
need
the
to
door?
learn to knock. It's a big knock.
Have you tried knocking?
We haven't used big enough bombs.
Have you tried knocking with the...
We've done that bit.
Hold on, let me roll. Oh, a couple times. Nothing. Nothing.
No
Have
shaving
you
hair.
tried just opening the door? Maybe it's not even locked.
Too heavy, can't open it, is locked. With a lock that cannot be picked by any means.
I don't think anyone wanted this door to be opened.
Well, let's blow it open.
I'm going to take
We
out
want the door to be
Yeah.
open.
my master lockpick, aka the laser. I'll be in front of the door.
Yes, you're looking at
How
this
big's
door.
the door?
The door is approximately maybe 10 feet tall. The hallway was 10 feet tall. But the problem is that the dwarves actually tried mining around the door.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And they mined for like hundreds of feet in every direction trying to get around it. No matter where they go, there's like some sort of magical seal, adamantium, that prevents them from getting around.
Is there some kind of inscription on the door?
It's just written in Dwarven that this door was placed here by some ancient dwarf that you've not heard of for reasons that you don't even care about.
I obviously don't care because I can't read it. Let's
You're
fire
using
up the
flesh.
laser.
I
I'm gonna
can't
start cranking the charge, kind of like an old car.
It looks like there may have been some reasons put there, but they've been blasted by several bomb attempts of the dwarves to get through.
Well, preserving history is though favorite thing.
When there's no adamantium,
Then open the door. I think that's what it says.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Yeah,
Alright.
he's completely correct.
Yeah,
We haven't become state enemies of the dwarves yet.
Well, about to.
I know.
Unleashing the
So we would have been enemies of the dwarves if we would have used our last bomb.
Well, yeah, I think all the dwarves want it opened, right?
Yeah, in fact, there's so many dwarves that want it opened that once Goldblast explained what was happening, which he had to do because in order to get through the guards to get into the mines, they had to show you the laser. Word spread quickly, and now there's a following of approximately 100 dwarves. Most of them are miners following you, ready to see this.
I'm starting to
I think
chat
we're ready
like,
for combat.
hey, yo, let's take the door down. Hey, yo, let's take the door down.
Can we have like a garrison of horses ready to go?
All right, the
Haven't
dwarves
you
take
dwarves
it up.
ever heard of closing the goddamn door?
The dwarves just
Alright.
start. Hey yo, drink, hey yo,
Alright, drink, shoot it!
As I'm holding the cask, pouring my own mug. Hey yo! Button.
All right, the laser begins like humming at first, and the
Everyone
front
gets
of it
quiet.
begins to spin. Yeah, and it's just like a pin drop in the
Bounces
air.
off
Oh,
the
by
metal
the way,
glass of the door.
Duans,
Yes.
may I borrow the other ruby in the event I need another shot quickly? Thank you.
So just while it's going off, it's like, can I have that other ruby?
All right, everyone, put on your safety gloves.
It's gonna be like an Anakin moment. It's working. It's
It
working.
begins to illuminate this. At first, it's like a pink glow because this was a ruby, and you see this beam of energy shoot through the ruby, and eventually the pink glow gets brighter and brighter, and the entire cavern itself is so brightly glowing with pink. The dwarves shield their eyes, and at that point,
I'll
this
look through
power begins.
They almost created a mini Death Star laser.
There was a reason for these guys, and it is now.
The time is now.
And there's all of a sudden a huge energy beam, so bright and so powerful, shoots through this crystal that it no longer glows white. It shatters the crystal into a million pieces. It hits the door, and the adamantium just melts as the laser cuts straight through it. Think lightsaber door. Zzz,
Miniature
metal
Death
just
Star.
heats up, begins glowing, and then melts as it does. And you grab the laser and you begin kind of zapping it back and forth.
I am not too drunk to do this.
Accidentally spins it 360.
How do you want to blast it if you were to blast it?
A triangle, a beautiful triangle.
With a point on top or bottom?
Top. Dwarves are short and wide. They need bottom space.
Alright, you blast it. Alright, roll some drunken athletics. Roll
Oh,
twice,
God.
take the lowest.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 4.
Four.
That's not terrible.
You go for a triangle. It ends up
octagon.
like a 4-pointed star. I'm not quite sure how you did
Four
it, but the important thing is that the laser did fire all the way through the adamantium door. In fact, once the laser turns off and it begins slowly whirring down, the part that you had cut out just kind of boom tips forward, shakes the ground, dust falls from the ceiling.
I think that makes the story. I'm gonna go with the second shot, guys.
We did it!
Alright.
The dwarven miners cheer.
I'm trying to get them all hyped up.
Dwarven casks of ale clash. Beer spills
One
over.
shot.
And they all begin getting drunk. And the miners, of course, who make most of their money
Right.
mining.
Now I'm going to use
Begin
a
cheering.
chemical component and back into the ether.
All right.
Recharge with the new ruby.
All right.
So in the event I need to whip this puppy out in the middle of combat and destroy something, aka a Balrog, we have an option.
I'm going to detect evil real quick.
all right.
Maybe we should have detected evil before we shot
Yeah. What's the range of your
100
detective?
feet.
Yeah, you detect nothing. It's perfectly safe and fine inside.
Let's go mining! And then I'm gonna try to get a dwarf to run it ahead of me and then follow him down.
All right, the
When
dwarves.
the DM asks what's the range.
What's the
I'll just let the cannon fire
Hashtag when
go
the DM
first.
asks, what's the range?
All right, the dwarf miners actually cheer and they just begin sprinting
Yeah.
forward. There's one dwarven commander who's trying to settle the dwarves down and get control of this, and eventually he does yell at the dwarves that have sprinted through and gets them to come back. And he actually arrived after the dwarven miners arrived with a small unit of dwarven pit fighters. And their job is to scout ahead, see if there's anything dangerous. And if there isn't, then they're going to send the miners.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm all for not going first.
Yeah. Gold Blast says that the scouting missions could take several days up to a week.
Perfect. Now about our payments.
Yeah,
I
we
will
have
have
places
some
to go.
reserve gold.
That is
upon
true.
opening
How
the door.
much did they owe you?
I thought it was 40.
40? I can't remember exactly. For
100
some
up
reason
front.
I was thinking it was 60, but maybe it was 60.
Oh,
we
no,
could.
it's
No,
60. It's
60.
definitely 60.
Let's just roll a dice 8. And multiply that score by 10. You guys want to roll? Who wants to roll?
Who's the luckiest with the dice 8? You don't lose this money now.
What did you roll?
51.
20.
You're a bad negotiator.
Yeah, Goldblast says, well, here's 20. I'll give you the other 20. When we discover adamantium. So you get your 20 now.
Perfect.
When they realize that everything's safe and secure, you're gonna get your last 20.
Who else needs money
I
besides
do.
me?
I do.
I did.
I give
Okay.
Spencer 5, and I'll give the dwarf 5, and I'll keep 10.
What the fuck? You have like over 100 gold, I have 1.
I am down to 28 gold. I'll
I
have you know.
6 gold.
I have 21.
I can't even afford rations over here.
Me neither. Only like 2 weeks worth.
All right. Well,
Alright, just be Duan and eat people.
I did buy a lot of chemical components, though.
now,
What do you
what
mean
will
buy?
happen is the dwarves will get their scouting mission. They've never been through this door, so who knows what they'll find. Who knows how long it's going to take before it's cleared and safe for mining. So, Gold Blast says that you're welcome to stay, but if you have any other pressing matters that need to be taken care of,
Ooh.
now would be the great time.
I do believe we should make a trip up to the Furblog lands to make sure your family is safe. I also have a very small stop I would like to make along the way. It may or may not involve a dragon.
Well, does it or doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, okay. It's
Well,
real confusing when you say may or may not. When
Well, I
you
mean,
already
if
know-
he's home, involved.
we do
If
have an
he's out
expert.
hunting and eating random innocent civilians, then no.
At least
It
you're
won't
telling
involve
us.
a dragon.
At least you're telling us about this dragon.
I didn't know about the other dragon. I just knew about the dragon stone.
If you say so.
At least in this instance, we do have an expert dragon slayer here.
Well, don't kill him too soon. I need him to breathe on a cartload of stuff.
I will not be holding that cartload of stuff, so it'll be just fine.
Yes, yes. You should probably let me go in first and get dragon fired, and then kill it.
Okay, if we tie this thing up, we could flood the market with cheap dragonstone and become millionaires.
Ooh.
Or if we could
Subdue
speak
the
with the
dragon.
dragon. If we could make a deal with the dragon.
Are
As a
they
friend-
intelligent
wait.
enough to talk? I thought they were
No.
stupid beasts.
Can I use tongues?
Isn't like the Lord of the Rings dragon.
I thought they were like D&D dragons.
No.
D&D
They're
dragons?
definitely more like Jurassic Park raptors.
Have you ever tried to talk to a dragon before?
Yeah, the last one. He decided to eat us.
Maybe you weren't talking right.
I don't know dragon, I guess.
Here.
I could try to use anointing oil with the dragon to try to talk to it.
Just
Let's
draconic-
attempt that. Send the dwarf in.
As the
He shall negotiate. We'll send him in with a wagon full of uncharged dragonstone,
right by
just
so,
in case, to make sure.
so in case he says no, it's all charged up.
Yes, yes.
Make sure he's wearing
Good
a fire
plan.
medallion.
Very good.
He has injuries.
I
He has
can't
injuries, obviously.
definitely wear the amulet. Good idea.
All right.
We have a plan. Let's go there.
Hey, can I just put the amulet in my pack so it doesn't
It
kill me?
doesn't kill you? Yes, but it would eventually decharge.
I don't.
You do know that if I successfully get these charged, I'm going to write down delete enemy bomb
Yeah,
Enemy.delete.
/ ally.
Take, delete everything.
yeah. The amulet's not in my pack.
All right. So, you guys want to begin heading north?
Sure.
Straight toward Furbolg Land?
Yeah.
Right
Well, what
up-
time of the day is it? Should we probably just sleep in the Dwarven City?
I don't know.
You know, it probably wouldn't be too bad of an idea to sleep in the Dwarven City.
Yeah.
Get drunk on Dwarven Ale,
Yeah.
have a good time with Rug,
Yeah.
and then take off in the morning.
Yeah.
You should go buy your expensive.
How much?
ale.
Oh, I'm going to go back to
8 gold.
I happen to have 8 gold pieces.
You can sell it for 100 in any human city.
Just humans.
Yeah, the elves don't really care much for the dwarven
Gnome.
ales. Gnomes you can probably get 75 for it.
I mean, I happen to have a safe house in Wayton, I believe.
Yes. So
Yes.
after the Duke of Shoreside arrives to save everyone, you'll be able to protect yourself in the safe house.
Yes.
All right.
Also, how much is left of that other cask? How much did me and the dude drink? Do I have like half a cask?
You got probably about 75% left.
75%?
Maybe 80%. So we're gonna have like 6. So that leaves you with math. Just gonna avoid the total number.
Numbers are scary.
I just put down 80% cask of good dwarf ale. Alright, I'm keeping this. It'll come in handy later.
All right. All right.
Yeah. When I need to bribe
Still let
someone.
Piff get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Probably
I
good
don't
idea.
have any more
Relatively
magic
well
mushrooms to
trained.
tank
Yeah,
it with.
one
so-
drinking set, yeah. I mean,
I mean, we remember your last cask
Yeah,
of ale
I should have
that you
used
took
an
for a road
illusion
trip.
spell.
yeah, no, it was good. It was worth.
It worked out fine. We
Relatively,
We weakened Shoreside because of it.
yeah. There were some hellworms released accidentally. Whoops!
And by accidentally, you mean desperately on purpose.
Desperately on purpose.
Same thing, really. All right. So you begin heading north.
Oh, so we sleep the night?
Yep.
Roll crafting?
Yeah. Anyone who wants to roll crafting, also remember if anyone is injured, you can heal.
I'm gonna find a random dwarf and challenge them to a drinking competition.
Oh, I will join in. Wait, no, I won't. I'll restrain myself. I need my crafting.
All right. You find a dwarf. He's short, stocky. You give him an advantage to his roll.
What is this result?
Yes, you're rolling. No, you're rolling vitality for
Vitality?
for a drinking contest.
Yeah.
He takes one look at your massive sumo girth, and he says, "Care to make this interesting?
Sure. How do you propose we do that?
Loser buys the other's ale,
Okay.
and night at the inn."
Okay.
I mean,
Let's go.
you are buying a dwarf ale. It's going to be expensive.
Unless he wins.
Then he saves so much money.
All right.
1.
You're really bad at drinking, man.
Told ya. Told ya.
You rolled a 1.
Oh, solid.
Man, you have a really bad tolerance. You got just drunk under the table.
Oh boy.
On the first drink.
Alright, he
One
manages to
beer.
extract
Pecks the wall.
3 gold coins worth of ale out of you before wandering off board at your inability to handle intoxication.
I weigh like 500 pounds.
One sip and you're just like, I'm done.
Takes like a sip and just
Right, wait.
It's the elevation. You know? We're below sea level.
like just takes like one little swig and it's just already stumbling, hits the wall. Like, that's the good stuff.
I want to craft chemical components.
Alright, make your roll. Chemical components, gotcha. 8.
That's something. I get a reroll. 12.
Crafting.
Yeah, anointing oil.
So was that 4?
Yep.
Ooh, 1.
2.
So you got 1. Nice job.
Feels bad. I rolled a 6 for changing sprockets.
Okay.
I repaired my power tools, upgraded my servo suit to level 4, and got servo crane and jackhammer for additional gadgets.
Nice.
For my second crafting roll,
Ah.
because I get 2 new rules, thank you very much. I would like to craft a charm.
Alright, that's gonna be a dice 20.
No. Oh crap!
Ooh, it's gonna be a hard one to
What you
beat.
trying to craft?
19.
I can't do that.
What are you trying to make?
A charm.
It's
It's
just
just a
Oh,
generic
no.
charm.
I mean, like what you're gonna use that charm for.
The rules have changed, so I can pick at any time. I just
really?
have to craft charms, and I get a variety of options to choose from.
Now, can we find sleep poison?
Sleep poison.
Just give me a beer, and apparently
Let me-
that's what happens.
I can tell you quickly. He told us the rules on finding sleep poison.
Oh, dude, you're trying to find sleep poison too?
I was just trying to find 10 chem items.
How much is sleep poison worth?
30.
In chemicals? 10?
One charm.
One charm? There's no way.
Sleep
It's not
poison
a
is
charm,
one
it
charm.
should be an
There's
artifact.
a shard?
It says sleep poison, one charm.
Yeah, all the artifact shards were changed into charms. So you could actually craft them out of charms.
You could make sleep poison.
Ah, it's under exotics.
Yep.
Yeah. It's under
So,
poison.
unfortunately, no.
No?
There are not here.
No fade death poison either? Oh, that's more expensive. I couldn't even afford that.
Alright, the next day.
Why don't you just go with pain poison?
Oh, I was trying to get like sleep poison or like fade death poisoning, you know. Like
Pain poison's still a dice 10 versus vitality. It's
Right. Well, I was
good.
trying to go for like knock the dragon out on its ass.
I mean, if he rolls shit and you roll good, he's going to be knocked out with pain poison. Or at least stunned for a few rounds.
Right. Well, I was trying in the hopes of actually maybe we could capture the dragon.
And tie it down if you want.
Your fat ass?
Just sit on it?
Yeah.
Just saying, if me and you both sat on it, it actually might work.
Depends on the size of
We
the
just also need to. Ooh, you know we're in Dwarflands. Could the dwarves craft a muzzle strong enough that a dragon?
A
could not-
dragon muzzle.
make the muzzle of it.
Gold Blast! Buddy old pal.
I really like
Dragon
this.
muzzle. Huh?
Knowing Gold Blast, he's got one just sitting around the shop.
It's a prototype.
It'd take him a couple days.
Mm.
And it would depend on the size of the dragon. That's the worst part.
Crap.
You may have to scout out the dragon.
I
find
don't
out
know how big
it
this
is.
dragon is. I tell you what. Let's go find the dragon. We'll have the dwarf negotiate with the dragon while carrying a cart load of dragonstone.
And we could always return.
And I'll follow closely behind, invisible with full defenses up. And once negotiations fail, I shall take the dragonstone. I shall take the dragonstone into the ether and retreat with said dwarf, and things shall be good.
I think we might be focusing too much on the not primary objective of the mission.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
it's
is
You know how
good.
we're supposed to stop the whole orc army,
From
you
destroying
know,
the
from
Firbolg.
destroying the entire
I mean,
bloodline?
A dragonstone bomb would definitely Put a damper on the orc army.
But we're spending a lot of time thinking and not just moving. Let's move.
Well, technically it's
I
only
was
tonight,
thinking-
so yeah, we will be moving.
I was
It would be
thinking,
like a half a day stop. It wouldn't be that bad.
It's on the way.
But
It
let's
is on
get
the way.
going.
I was thinking, in the interest of thinking about all the bombs we could make, with a dragon on our
Too much
side.
time.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't kill the dragon, we can always return and get more dragons still.
That's true.
We just need him to breathe on the cart.
On the dwarf too.
And what better way than to tempt him with a tasty dwarf?
Let's go.
That's true.
This isn't the first time this has happened.
All right. To get to the Furbolg lands, just to give you an idea, you'll be traveling. Maybe I can hold this up so you can see it. So you're currently here in these southern mountain ranges. You'll have to travel up the river.
I
This is
see
the
the
double
island.
bridge where the elves and the gnomes are at. Travel up through. This is in essence the elf forest, but the elves aren't
I'm frowning.
this far. The
I'm
elves are
frowning a
over
little
here. These are the elves that hate you. The southern elves down here are your friends currently because they don't know you.
Because they don't know you.
This is more wild territory, so you'll be in the wild territory.
Oh, they probably like us anyway, or are indifferent.
Then you'll get to this where the river kind of makes this island. This island, which is about 3 days' journey away, is where the dragon is supposed to live. Then another 1 day journey north will get you to the starting of Furbolg country. All right?
All right.
So it's about a 4 day journey.
3 days to the Dragon Isle.
So, who's leading this merry adventure?
Obviously, the mightiest adventure is not me.
I will lead.
I'll follow. Second.
I'll follow the gunslinger.
I'll follow the canoe.
It's
And
not
I
if
will
You
take
have my
up
guns.
the back of the
canoe
party.
staying here.
Oh, canoe staying here?
Yeah, the guy have a
I will
prototype.
follow Piff then.
I'm sorry, I know it's kind of iconic.
Yep.
Almost feels like we're
We're
not
leading
really.
in.
traveling without it.
Dwarf,
I know
It's gonna be
gunslinger.
fun.
it just feels
They
like
grew up so fast.
All
I've
right,
never died
Festus,
before, but if I'm gonna
roll
die,
that
it'll probably be right
amazing
now because I don't got the canoe
cunning.
to protect me.
Wait, anyone understand why
Two.
we got him?
Two.
on?
Now, do you want to go the short path directly through the forest, or do you want to follow the river where you basically can't get lost? But it's a little bit longer.
The river.
Okay, river it is.
I'm gonna get shot down by some elves.
Oh, yeah.
Father's house we go.
You, let me see. This will be our river over here.
I will, for
I
the
kinda-
day, I will have shimmer and animate object memorized.
All right, the first day seems to go by without any problem.
Is Umbrella Man coming with us, or is he staying in the
He's
boat?
staying with the canoe, protecting the canoe,
Protecting his investment.
the canoe investment. That is correct. So, it is just you guys at the moment. Your first day goes by without any problems. Do you want
That's
to
the wrong
rush
word.
this, or do you want to take it nice and easy?
Up to the Furbolg. It's his people that are getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
If you rush it, you get there faster than 4 days, but you don't get crafting rolls.
I don't really.
I still get one.
You
Yeah.
still get one.
I think we gotta go for it.
Yeah.
I'm a
Go
little
fast.
worried.
That's
All
right.
Yeah.
First day,
All right, make your crafting rolls. What are you
Magic
rolling?
Charm.
20.
Cannot beat a 20.
All right. Second day, Jan. First day goes by without incident.
Oh, we gotta be
You
minus
can roll
rations
4.
too.
You do have to minus 1
Yeah.
ration.
Second day,
Second day, 5.
oh, 6, beat him.
Got
Got a magic charm.
Now, during your journey on the second day, as you're wandering, you're actually resting for the noon lunch. So, enjoying a nice little break here on the river's edge. Stopping for a bite to eat, refresh your canteens, and roll resolve for everyone.
Nice. Got a dice one.
Oh,
1.
3, 1,
1.
1.
We both rolled 1 for both of our results.
Let's
What is
see.
wrong with us today?
Feels bad.
So we've got Clestis, followed by
Just took a strap.
Pretty much.
Obadiah. No, Now, Clestus, you happen to notice something interesting. You are currently traveling through the wild woods. Most of the trees are farther to the west here. And you happen to be kind of just relaxing, kicking your feet, your sore, travel-worn feet in the water's edge. And as you're looking down into the water, you see a reflection in the water of something large and leathery winged, flying far above you. You gaze up quickly, and you hear the flap of its wings.
Decorations.
Paladins must be really.
We got rid
No,
of
that's not Paladin, it's a
that
dragon.
coin.
What coin?
Isn't this one of those demon crappy things, or is this the dragon? I bring people's notice to it.
Alright, you...
Yeah, it's a bird.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's a dragon!
Alright. You have a choice of one of two things to do. You begin turning to tell your companions of this creature. At the exact same moment as its head arcs down and its eyes gaze directly toward you.
Well then.
It begins steering its wings and turning its large, leathery, scaled body in your direction and starts diving. Your choice as to either call out or get into a battle stance.
Get into a battle.
Use the anointing to discuss with it.
Make a cunning roll.
Do you have a
quickly.
moment for their Lord and Savior, Clestus?
Oh crap, I hit that. 5.
5?
Yeah.
Alright.
That was cunning, you meant?
Yes.
Oh crap. No, we all go on, guys. This is gonna be bad. 4. So.
4. Well, based on the description of this dragon, you remember the last dragon you guys encountered was just a baby, in essence, a little drake. This one, however, wasn't nearly as large as you were expecting.
Quick, grab the
It
card.
has large leathery wings and a large dragon-like maw filled with spiky teeth. But some parts of it seem to be unusual. Its tail is long and it whips back and forth, different than the previous dragon you fought. On the end of it has a large spiked barb. The other thing that is strange about this dragon is that it has no forelimbs, 2 legs only, and
like
it
a wyvern.
begins flying straight down towards you and lands.
It's almost like it's not a dragon.
So,
Ooh, luckily for you, actually, unluckily for you, it gets first attack.
Hey, can you give me a dice 8 health beetle? Yeah. Oh, there we go. All the dice 8s.
wait a minute. Initiative for everyone
The
then?
huge
Already
beast
rolled that.
lands.
When did we roll?
Wait,
Wait, was that resolve?
Yes, if you have a separate initiative roll available.
Oh, because I also have the quick draw ability that allows me to shoot on initiative.
Ah, you can use that if you have the ability.
I do. So can I shoot the dragon?
Yes, but this is certainly no dragon. It definitely looks different from
Or can I just shoot whatever the hell we're shooting?
whatever this large creature is. Yes, you get first shot, being as how you are the gunslinger. Unfortunately, the dwarf is right in your path. So as long as you don't miss, you should be okay. I should say, you're gonna be fine no matter what.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
On the other hand, might take
Rest
a
in peace,
scan.
Clestus.
Come on, you know, it's... I'm not gonna
Bullet
say
to the
anything
face.
against this. 16!
That's going to hit.
Okay.
With the cannon at 3 damage.
3.
That was pretty good.
Does it penetrate armor?
Yes. The nice thing is that I can keep it.
All right.
Oh, crap. Oh no.
All right. So this thing can actually attack from 1 square away.
I have
It
the
has
one
a-
anointing.
It has a very long neck. And its beak snaps forward. Rolls to hit. 3 to hit.
Can I parry this? Yeah.
You can parry or dodge.
Crap, dice 10 is this one.
7 here.
3.
3, dice off. 15.
I almost had a 20, but then I flipped to a 2.
Well, 2 is almost as good. Unfortunately, it's not. Wow. 1 damage, which you can block with armor.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that now. Dice 8. 4.
Alright. Now it's the tail strike comes in. Nah, ooh, 6 to hit. You can parry it or dodge it.
Yeah. Dice 10. On dice 100, 0, 0 is a 10, right?
0 is a 0.
Right.
If you roll 2 0,
No,
if you-
0, 0 is a 10.
no,
10.
no,
Yeah,
it's
on
a
it.
0.
No, on it.
Dice.
He's rolling a dice 100.
Oh,
That's a
dice 10.
Oh,
yeah.
then it's a 10.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 10
Yes.
to parry.
Yes.
Gosh darn it.
Is this this party wipe that
It's
you were
like you
talking
roll the
about?
dice 100, then it's a 0, and then the
Yeah.
other one is a...
This huge mob just strikes out at you, and you. What weapon do you have? A two-handed sword?
Great sword.
Yeah, you just slash it away from your chest, and then its stinger tail arches up over its back and comes striking down right for you. And you
Don't I
just
get
kind of
counterattack too?
sidestep. With a successful parry, you do get a counterattack.
So do I get 2
You
counterattacks?
get 1.
This is funny. Okay. So 10 to hit.
10 to hit, that hits.
Okay. And then 10 damage, I guess. This way, 9 damage.
9. Ooh, that was a pretty good hit.
Rock. Wait, it has no armor on
It does have armor, but you just slice right through its thick hide. Scales, blood, bone flies in every direction. It rears back and howls in pain. It's none too pleased with you.
I should have
All right, Clestis, it is your turn. Top of the round.
Messed it up on its own turn. Okay. 7 to hit.
7 to hit. He can stop that. Does not.
You smite to double the damage. Please don't do it. 16 damage.
Block 3. That leaves me with 13. 13? Goodness gracious. Again, howls out in pain as the holy power of Clestis smites the beastly creature. Oh, actually, I didn't realize you're actually 1 square away from him, which would have required you to move forward slightly.
And he wouldn't have been able to counterattack.
Will allow the counterattack, but it will get an opportunity attack on you. 12 to hit, at least that's something.
I don't think I can. No, I can't.
You can block it with your face.
Alright. It automatically penetrates armor, so your armor does nothing. It doesn't damage the armor, it just penetrates it.
Okay.
The finger-sized barb just right through the metal, leaving this tiny little hole, dealing 1 point of damage.
Oh no.
I'm so
But-
afraid.
Deadly
as
poison.
well as poison.
Oh no.
Hey, I got medicine. You'll be alright.
So you are now poisoned. Obadiah.
I have poison. I could apply more poison to you.
You are up, Obadiah. What is
Rock
your-
Goblin! I will take the flesh and scales that were sheared off by Clestis and turn them into a goblin to attack the. I have goblin stats right here.
So Clestis sheared off like bone, sinew, and visceral mass, which formed itself into a little man
Yes!
that begins stabbing the creature
Yes!
with his own flesh.
That is a little messed up.
It's not just a little, it's a lot of messed up.
It's like, and your bones! Stab!
How do you like?
So, We're gonna use the chopper. 3 to hit with goblin.
The knee bone stabs the dragon with the
Hits.
arm bone.
Hey, hit him.
Arm bone.
Alright. The creature does try to step backwards. As
5
does
damage. Oh, that was actually pretty good. That was almost max.
Did its flesh just kill it?
so. How do you want its flesh to kill it?
So, Clustus shears off, say, some scales and maybe a finger, and the scales and finger form into this goblinoid figure with like an arm that's actually the finger claw. And it just sticks the wyvern right in the eyeball into its brain and twists around a bit to scramble that son of a gun, and then pulls it out.
So, the sword cleaves this chunk of meat that instead of falling to the ground, falls up and stabs the wyvern right in the face with himself.
Yes.
Oh, this is fun.
And then the creature falls to the ground.
Wow.
Oh, that was
So,
like a.
this deadly poison. About
I
that.
don't know what you're talking about.
It's not deadly poison.
Just,
It's standard poison.
I mean, I could help you for a small fee.
You only get just a bottle of us?
No, I am not.
Oh.
Technically, you might be actually at the moment.
I have 102 rolls.
I have 20.
Yeah.
I have 25.
4.
Fine,
Yeah.
I'll cover the cost of materials.
No, it's all good. I'll make another donation to the church, even though it damned me from it. I will give
I
you a
stand
medicine.
by the decision to damn you from the
Medicine?
church.
I'll give him medicine.
I'm not sure if medicine is what is necessary.
Antidote.
You need antidote.
What? I
Yeah.
thought medicine was.
Medicine,
really?
I think, it gives you a roll to protect.
Nice.
So does someone want to have a healing check then? Or can't that be done in a healing?
I'll healing check you.
Where
Or
did I find medicine
if
if that
can.
was the wrong?
Yeah.
If you suffer injuries from poison,
9.
you get to use the medicine to re-roll the injuries received, selecting the lowest.
Oh.
Oh.
So here comes the number of injuries you receive. 1.
And I can give you medicine to wait, you know.
Wait, no, you can give him medicine.
Oh, you get
for that.
injury.
I rolled a 9 for the first aid on it.
Yeah.
9 for the first aid. Gosh darn it. I suppose that would be successful, eh?
Oh no.
So luckily,
Piff bites his
Piff.
wound, sucks the poison out, and spits it.
and you seem to be fine.
And there was a 1 off my temp HP. Oh no.
Which comes back at the start of the next battle.
Yep.
Was that supposed to be a tough fight?
Creature! Come on!
Well, that's supposed to be the.
I'm so sad I rolled 7 for fuel. I wanted to do something with it. I didn't even get to make a move.
I only rolled 1 for
I
noise
stood
thing.
there like, oh, there's a fight, and it's dead.
All I did was like, oh, dragon. Boom. Oh, it's dead.
I was thinking, oh, the goblin can take 1 hit and die. No, the goblin's gonna take him out.
Well,
That was too easy.
that was a bit too easy.
Anticlimactic.
A bit anti.
Was that supposed to be the party way?
No.
Okay.
Was that the dragon?
No, this was something quite different.
Yeah, can we harvest
Anything.
scales or
yes.
anything off of it?
Poison.
I would like to harvest any chemical components / poison from it.
We can harvest something from it. Scaled hide. Make your crafting roll. 4.
6. I'm gonna use my alchemy kit to re-roll that. All right, 6
Alright.
is what I get. So
you
we get
you
2.
get 2 scaled hide. Scaled hide just give you it. Ooh.
You
Plus
wanna
1
write
dice level to any armor.
Scaled
But
hide.
adds slow.
What happens if we have 3 slow
Yeah,
items?
so money.
Uh,
2 scaled
without
hide.
some kind of thing to counter them, you can't.
What happens
You
if...
can't have 2, or you can't have 3.
Damn.
I mean, you can. You're just not making the
You
actions.
just can't.
Just
Okay.
like lay there.
Can you still move your arms? That's all I need is my arms.
I would say probably not effectively.
Damn.
Now for poison crafting roll again. 8 was the difficulty.
I will re-roll that. 8-0. Rip it.
Actually, you get 6 attempts.
Oh, okay.
He has a lot of poison available.
6 attempts. Do I get to reroll each of those attempts?
Second attempt. So I guess if you want to risk your alchemy kit, yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
7 is what I got.
I'll reroll that. I got 2.
Third one. 1.
So we got 8.
Fourth one, I got 6.
I got 12. I'll keep that.
Is it poison?
Fifth one, 5.
I'll just keep the 9.
Yeah, if you'd like to get some poison over here,
Last one is 9.
14. That's as good as I can do. So 5 more.
I'd take at least 1 poison, if you wouldn't mind donating. I could do some damage with some poison.
That was the most anti-climactic.
How much poison would you like?
I just need 1.
1? Alright, I will give you 1 poison.
Awesome.
I guess I can spare that.
Because then I can craft like up to 6 bullets with it. Squire. Oh, I'm just going to transfer it into bullets.
Chad, I don't know what I'm going to do with 24 dice 6 poison bolts.
You're going to kill all my creatures that I send at you.
Yeah.
It's going to be very sad for me.
It's going to be
I got 3
disgusting.
poison bullets out of it, so.
I got to wait till I hit level 5 so I can combine that with armor piercing.
That's just regular poison bullets?
Yeah, so anything is poison that gets hit by it. You actually, I think, get a saving throw to prevent the poison.
It's a good thing you have an alchemist with you to harvest all of these wonderful materials. Does anyone else want to use poison?
Like on a battle axe.
Can you apply to
You can apply anything
melee
to
weapons?
weapons.
You can apply it to ammo.
Yeah,
You can apply it
How's
to
that?
melee weapons.
Is it permanent?
Nope, it's per battle.
You have to do it at the start of battle.
Yeah, I think it's automatically applied.
That's
Oh, it's automatically
24
applied?
battles.
What's that?
It's automatically applied?
I think it'll automatically apply based on what the rules say.
I haven't seen that part of the rule. I'll take 6 poison since that's 1 backpack slot if you don't mind.
Outside of combat,
Yes, you have 6 poison.
or it can be used as an action during combat. You apply it to a single melee weapon, and you apply it to every melee hit by the weapon for the duration of battle. You can be any type of poison, explosive materials, flaming stuff, acid.
Yeah, so essentially you
Demon
could have like a
blood.
flaming axe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna poison my spear and then spear him.
What
mean,
about
you
a
could
flaming chainsaw?
Technically, put holy hand grenade onto your battle
Daunt,
axe.
would you like some
But
poison?
he's not.
He'd have to dual class into a
I'll give you
cleric
4,
Or
class.
some cleric class.
But yes,
I'm gonna say, because
Yeah,
I could make
Actually,
holy
no,
hand
I'll give you
grenade
6. I'll give you an entire pouch slot full.
I have magic item written down, and I don't know what it is.
That was forever ago and you
Okay.
missed a session and
Yeah.
then these guys took your item.
Yeah, we used that bag that you had. That was yours.
That's
and
right.
We opened it.
I did openly suggest, hey, let's just let Dylan have it when he gets back. And then they're like, nope,
No.
we're opening it now.
That's how we got the magic jug.
That's how he got his open.
Oh yeah, the magic jug. Which, have you been using your magic jug?
I have 26 chem components.
You're like, I've got enough.
How much poison did you give me?
6. So you can poison your weapon 6 combats.
I have 2 katanas.
That would be
That's a
pretty combat.
lot of poison.
You could just poison one, or you could poison both.
I would go 1. It would kind of be.
What happens
Would
when
it
they're
take
dull
2
poison?
actions to poison both, or would it take 1 action to poison weapons?
You can do it
You
outside
can
of
do it
combat.
outside of combat, so you can start with both poisoned. So, yeah.
I mean, like you're just walking and
Like,
just,
if we know we're going into a boss fight,
poison the blades.
like,
You know, I could even probably
They're
allow
gonna
you
have
to
permanent
one
rules.
use for both blades if you dual wield.
that would be.
Yeah. So yeah, you want poison katanas? You got them. All right. The rest
I've
of
got
the day
poison
goes
ammo
by-
and fire ammo.
let's find more wyverns.
Yeah, it's obviously easy poison.
Easy hunting.
It's You can't
Yeah,
hurt you.
especially when you have a paladin in the party.
Like, you know, it's almost like we barely even got up from our rest. They were just kind of casually just
You
sitting
guys
there like...
didn't get up from your
And-
rest.
and
You were
Clem
probably
just-
relaxing and just boom. Okay, you guys.
And he
got
I was sitting there eating like
yeah.
eating like jerky or
You
something.
just watch it land. You just
And then you just see
him.
Kless just over there just boom. Boom.
We're just watching them as like entertainment.
Barely works up a sweat. That was slightly
All right.
annoying.
You begin traveling northward again, following the river. After another day's worth of travel, remove one more food.
So we're up to 3 rations now, or 2?
This is going to be your second ration.
Okay, yeah, okay, never mind. I took care of that night.
Because you're traveling long into the night and waking up early to travel faster, you were able to take 3 days worth of travel and compress it into 2 days worth of travel. And just as the sun is falling on the second day, you notice across, so you're following the river to your east here, and the river splits into 2 separate bands, I guess, or separate streams, and in the center is the island where the supposed dragon would be. And just as you're laying down to rest for the night, you hear the sound of the roar of the dragon. You believe it is the beast that you're looking for, but you haven't seen it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Magic item, mage staff, requires a charm and a staff. I have the staff crafted. I have 2 charms. What kind of roll is it going to take to get that thing crafted?
The dice 20.
My
Success
my next free crafting roll, I'm trying this.
Alright, you can get a free crafting roll right now.
Oh, I want to look around and see where
Alright,
the roar
let's
is
do it.
from.
The roar, it was from right across the...
So in the island.
On the island
Okay.
somewhere.
Hey,
Whether
dwarf.
it was just on the island, whether it was in a cave, you're not sure.
Okay. But definitely from the island.
Definitely from the island.
I suggest we send the dwarf with the cart to go investigate and make sure you can go
How are we
find
getting the
everything.
cart
We'll
to
do
the
that in
island?
the morning.
Alright.
Sleep time, I think.
We need
Am I even going to be able to do this?
19.
I can't.
Oh.
Bye-bye, magic.
Goodbye,
Charm.
opponent. Goodbye, charm.
You got one more try?
Why are they so high all the time?
Just keep in mind that you can't have more than 1 charm at a time. If you do, the extra ones count as explosives.
Let's roll dice 6 to see if that exploded.
Don't roll a 1.
Roll in the box.
That exploded! Damn it!
Bum.
I think this is the first time we've had something blow up on us like that.
I think it's
I think
the
it is.
second.
It might be the second, but
Yeah.
we've done a lot of risky stuff with them.
Definitely not good. Definitely not
At
good.
some point, your luck runs out.
Alright. Roll the dice 20. It is in your hands.
9.
That's not too terrible.
90 damage.
The whole party just magically goes up into the flames.
You take 6 points of ritual damage. Cannot be blocked in any way, shape, or form.
That's
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, and we're resting, so you're gonna roll your vitality to see how much you get back.
Yeah, probably.
3.
Yeah, that wasn't bad
I
at all.
think you get your vitality back the next day, actually.
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay, yeah, in the morning, but I thought
No, I mean, because it's, because it, well, yeah.
because he did that first crafting check at night, right? Or
Yeah, we're gonna say probably you gotta go 24 hours before you get that health back. Otherwise,
Alright.
it would be, it'd be kind of a.
So, as we're camping and everybody's resting, there's a large noise followed by a bright flash, followed by purple hair sticking in every which way. Well, that didn't work.
well, since we don't have to wake up early in the morning to be traveling fast, do we get our crafting check and all?
No, not tonight.
Okay.
Next day. That was his free one. So, you wake up early in the morning. The sun is shining, the breeze is nice and cool. The birds are chirping, and the squirrels are trying to steal your food.
I'm gonna punch a squirrel in the. I hate squirrels. You didn't know in real life? I hate squirrels.
If you would like to make an attack roll.
I would like to make every attack roll possible.
Cast magic missile.
I'll use my crossbow. Damn it! I have an opening.
An opening. The squirrel goes for your lunch.
Damn it, no!
A 9, you can stop him by rolling athletics and beating a 9.
You can't.
You took my lunch! Damn it!
It's -1 ration.
I'm tempted to burn chem components to kill this thing now.
See magic missiles flying through the air.
Alright, we may have to do this.
For a squirrel.
The squirrel's gonna die.
What you got?
I'm gonna cast, I'm gonna cast a 0 level spell so I can do it. I'm just gonna cast Magic Strike. Does dice 6 damage. Auto hit. Squirrel takes 6.
Alright.
He gets to roll armor though.
How do you want to do this?
The squirrel's running off with my lunch. Up the tree. As soon as he's skidding up the tree. Boom! Just ball of fur. Just nothing but fur floating down.
Also
There's
blows
little
up his
squirrel
own lunch.
babies sitting up above.
Yes. And the little squirrel babies are watching. No!
They're big eyes.
Mommy! Mommy!
Consequently,
that's
blowing
right.
his lunch up all at the
Screw
same
your
time.
squirrels.
Let's roll. On a 1 through
10.
7, your lunch falls to the ground. 8 through 14, it stays up there wherever
I'm
it
going to
lands.
incinerate this tree.
And higher up,
I'm
you
just
actually
saying, it's not going to
exploded.
be worth eating anymore. There's squirrel fur all over it.
Yes.
No matter what happens, it's not worth eating.
It's the point.
You
Not the outcome.
decimated your own ration,
That's okay.
blasting it into charred remains.
I have made a point. All the squirrels in the area know not to mess with me. -1 rat.
He's gonna wake up and there's gonna be like 100 squirrels just standing in front of him.
All right.
Rick and Morty episode. Morty, I told you not to mess with the damn squirrels. We only have 3 or 4 shots at this jump.
Should we take a break?
Oh yeah.
It's time to take a break, but not before the blast of magical fire draws the
Oh.
attention of an incredibly large beast. As it is waking up in the morning, it takes flight and begins heading in your direction. So let's take a break, and we will have another battle as soon as we come back.
It's a dragon shoot.
I was hoping I would get my staff built for this moment.